Yeah, it's look, obviously Kasparek bowled really well today, and it's sort of a little bit odd to take 6 through and not win player of the match as well. But yeah, it was tricky conditions. I thought it wasn't easy to start as a batter, and particularly early against a new ball with the swing as well. So it felt like we had to sort of show a little bit of grit early and get through, which we were able to, and have some wickets in hand at the end. So I think our score was reasonable. Perhaps if maybe either myself or Meg had batted a little bit deeper, we would have been able to get a little bit more.
As I say that they sort of picked up wickets regularly, but you do have that depth in your batting. You had 3 good contributors to get that score up to 270.
Yeah, I think that it's probably the strength of our lineup is that we've got some world-class players in that batting order. It's it's nice, I guess, to have that luxury at the moment, and I think we complement each other pretty well too, and have been able to string together some good partnerships like we did today. But yeah, I think probably the one thing missing from that batting today was just someone batting a little bit deeper to help us get closer to that 300 mark.
To make things easy to defend 270, you got 2 wickets very early, got your tails up quickly.
Yeah, look, obviously that's pretty key with the new ball, particularly in ODI cricket, when it can be tougher to take wickets through the middle period. So I thought Tay really set the tone, did extremely well. Megan Shute as well was pretty effective as well. So yeah, it's always nice to get a couple early. It certainly sets up the innings.
After a record-setting win on Sunday, was there no worries about sort of continuing that on? No worries about resting on your morals, and no lack of motivation or anything else?
No, I don't think so. It's a really competitive lineup to get into. So I think the team and individuals push each other to make sure that we're always sort of performing, and that intensity, that desire is there. And even to look on our bench and see some of the players who are sitting off at the moment, I think it would be, I guess, a little bit disrespectful not to take the opportunity that you have. So yeah, I definitely think the motivation's still there. Our team wants to continue winning. Every game that we play, we want to win for Australia. So yeah, today was no different.
Thanks, Ian. Ben, do you want to kick us off?
No worries. Congratulations, Rachel. Now that it's mission accomplished and you've retained the Rose Bowl, what means more to you guys, getting that world record or claiming this series?
Oh, I think claiming the series. I know the world record is something that's getting spoken about a lot externally. It's obviously a wonderful achievement. It's something the group is really proud of, but we want to win the series that we're part of too. And I know that we won our second game today, which has secured it for us. But I've never played an Australian team that takes the field not wanting to win the match that they're playing in. So from our point of view, we want to win 3-0, and we've got the opportunity to do that.
Okay, so the streak doesn't impact selection. You don't rest players, or you're going all out for that third win regardless.
Yeah, look, I'm not on the selection panel, so I'm not sure what the intention is for that third game. But I think anyone who takes the field will be capable of winning the match. But I don't believe there's any intention to rest players. No.
And a year out from the World Cup, I mean, you've been around the team for a long time. Given the streak, given the performances to date in New Zealand, are you really happy with where Australia's position?
Yeah, I think it's really pleasing. We're obviously building towards that particular event, and there's players who really want to, I guess, put their case forward and make sure they continue to perform so that they can be a part of those pretty key World Cups and those sorts of things. There's obviously another 12 months of cricket to get through now. We've got a series coming up at the start of our summer. We've got India. We've got the Ashes, and then we've got the World Cup. So it's actually going to be a really big summer for us, and we're going to need to make sure that we're building and playing good cricket at the right time. So it'll be interesting to see how the team tackles that, and also how the support staff sort of manage that as well. But from our point of view, as I said, we want to make sure we continue to win, but there's some pretty big events coming up as well.
Thanks so much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ben. I'll keep going down the list. So, Andrew, do you want to jump in?
Thanks, Lucy. Hi, Rachel. How have you felt at the crease on this tour, and how did you feel out there today? Did you feel as though spending some extra time out there. You were building quite a nice rhythm out there.
Yeah, I actually didn't feel that set all day, to be honest. It was a bit of a tricky wicket. The ball, I think traditionally, having played in New Zealand before, we expect the wickets to be a bit slower. But probably the thing that stood out this tour from my point of view is it's just holding a fraction. So you've got to make sure that you get to the pitch of the ball, all those sorts of things. Otherwise, you do end up just ballooning it in front of the wicket. And I think we've seen that is the case across both teams. If you're not quite there, a lot of catches are getting skewed to point or sort of just going straight up in the air. So that's probably one thing that stood out to me. But yeah, it was nice to spend some extra time in the middle today. And yeah, hopefully I can continue to roll on and produce some more runs in Game 3.
Do you think that'll be one of the key things you do take from the tour then? The World Cup in a year's time is roughly at the same time of year. Do you think you'll take that from this trip, those sort of conditions you spoke about? Yeah,
I think it's been really beneficial actually to come over and play at this time of year. A lot of the squad has played a lot of cricket in New Zealand, but as with any conditions in any country, they do change across the course of a summer. So that's probably one thing that stood out to me. We know that the ball swings a little bit more here than what it does back home. But yeah, that's probably the one thing for me that stood out, is just holding a fraction than potentially what we've experienced in the past.
Thanks, Rach.
Thanks, Andrew. Dan Cherney.
Hi, Rachel. Congratulations. Just wanted to touch on Elise Perry's fielding there on the boundary. I mean, given what she's been through with her body, do you believe that she's sort of as athletic still as that? And, what did you make of it as a teammate?
Yeah, look, nothing surprises me that Elise Perry does. It's been really cool to see her build throughout this tournament. Obviously, to be back playing international cricket is a really huge achievement given the injury that she's coming back from. But I think we've sort of seen her across this series as well, really, I guess, get into her work and build. There's been some really good efforts, and probably that's a bit of a highlight in terms of where she's at and